Hello, my name is Liza, and today I'd like to share with you how I made my mini potion bottle coffin. I've seen several of these going through Facebook that are large to hold larger size bottles, but I wanted to make a mini version suitable for a tier tray. So what I used were these little mini glass containers found at DollarTree and some poster foam board that it doesn't matter what color it is, and some of the large craft sticks, and my template from my previous video, and I will link that video below because it has more detailed construction of the coffin. And then I did a Google search and I found some labels that I could print off, resize and print off to put on my bottles later on. So the first thing I did was I traced out my base piece of my coffin, and then I made the side pieces. I cut them all out of the foam core board, and then I made sure that the bottles would actually fit in the coffin. And then I had to make a groove in the coffin for the shelf, so I just scored it with my X-Acto knife. And then to make the shelf, I laid the large popsicle stick on the coffin and measured it out, and then I just cut it with a scissor, and then I made corresponding slits into the side pieces so that I could glue in my shelf. And then I also found some scrapbooking paper, and I thought I'd decorate the inside of my coffin with it. And then I constructed my coffin using some hot glue, starting with the sides. And I did paint the shelves black. I just didn't show that earlier. Once that was glued in, I just put a second shelf on the top, and I just laid it on the top because it already is separated there. And I cut that also with a scissor. And then I glued it in. And then I took a piece of aluminum foil and I wrapped my coffin up in it just on the perimeter, and all the foam core board was covered up. Next, I took a piece of aluminum foil and I folded it up and made a strip and ran it through my embossing machine so it was embossed and would be a decorative side to the coffin. And I just put it on with two-sided tape. Next, it was time to start making my bottles. The first one I knew I wanted to do was the little skeleton head with the witch hat. So all I did was I cut out a circle, and then I made a cone for the top, and I had the little skeletons are from Dollar General. They were like the army skeletons, and I cut the head off and I glued it up. And then I took some polyacrylic and I filled up some bottles and I added glitter. And then I used some DollarTree eyeballs, googly eyes for one of them. And then I painted one on the outside with elephant chalk paint to give it a ceramic look. And then I poured some black paint into a bottle and I just swirled it around and let the excess drip out. So I had a glossy glass bottle. And this one I just took a piece of vellum and I rolled it up and I popped it into the bottle. And now it looks just like it's a frosted glass. And then I took my hot glue on a little bottle and I just made some swirls. When the hot glue was dry, I hit it with the flat black spray paint. And when it was dry, I took some gold metallic paint that I had and I brushed it over the hot glue to give it an aged gold look. And I glued my skeleton to the cork, and that bottle was done. And then I also took some metallic paint and poured that into a bottle, and that was that. And then I chose which labels I wanted. I resized them so that they would fit onto the bottles, and I fussy cut them out. And on these, I just added the labels, and that was it. These have the labels, and they have some charms and some baker's twine or ribbon. And this next one, all I did was take a piece of twine. And then, of course, there's the googly eyes one. And then I took them and I hot glued them all into my shelf because we don't want them rocking and rolling. And that's how it came out. I hope you enjoyed our project. If you did, please give our video a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and as always, if you aren't already subscribing, please consider doing so. Quarantino and I will be back again soon with another project. Thanks for watching. Take care.